past decade is the warmest on record, and Europe is the world's fastest warming continent. Well, let's speak to John Grant, who's a senior lecturer in sustainable construction and climate change at Sheffield Hallam University. John, thank you very much indeed for joining me. First of all, why is this? Is this to do with man-made climate change, part of a broader trend, or is this just weather events in terms of jet streams and El Nino and things like that?
Well, that's the thing. They're all connected. This extreme weather is driven by the fact that we are pumping more and more carbon dioxide. Last year was the highest amount of carbon dioxide that humans put into the atmosphere, and it is an undisputed reality that the more carbon dioxide you've got in the atmosphere, the more heat, the more energy is in that system, and so the chance of having an extreme weather event like what we are having at the moment increases. As simple as that. Probability.
We're seeing very different weather across the continent, aren't we? What do you think is behind this regional variation?
Well, Europe is a really diverse sort of geography. We've got the Atlantic Ocean up one side, you have the Mediterranean in the centre, Africa below it, and then the very cool Arctic above, and the interaction that between the mountain ranges and the like, the very, very hard to predict, because as the weather moves sort of mostly from the southwest to the northeast, because the Earth's rotating, and so the weather sort of tends to move across us that way. But then you have all these other interactions with it, which is just confusing everything, which is why it's very, very difficult to predict weather. But climate, where you look at it, the long-term trend is so much easier. And because it's much warmer in the Arctic above us, we're getting this drawdown of the cool air, would you believe? And that is forcing the warm air to concentrate a lot more over southern Europe, as well as the extremely warm temperatures of the Mediterranean at the moment.
John, I just want to pick up on a point you made just now about how it's very difficult to predict weather, and certainly it is. But we can certainly prepare for it, can't we?
Oh, yes.
What can be done, do you think, to prepare for or to mitigate the effect in years to come? What more can we be doing now?
Well, we could, first of all, absolutely, your governments have to establish that there is an emergency, that this is a climate emergency, no less urgent than, let's say, the preparation for war, which we're sadly hearing about, also with regards to global dynamics. And once we establish that we're in a global emergency, then we can employ a lot of this technology that I myself have been working on for the last 30 years. There's a lot we can do. It doesn't come cheap, but does have a long-term benefit. You don't get this for free, but the implications of the costs, if we do nothing, is not that things will stay the same. I hear people talk about this is a new normal. This is not a new normal. We are in a transition to a normal, and honestly, we don't know what that normal is going to be, other than it's going to be a lot warmer than it is now. And so there's plenty of technology. We can reinforce our infrastructure. We can protect our crops from the extreme weather events. We can protect ourselves from both the very, very warm, humid temperatures, but also, again, kind of counterintuitively, there's a chance that we could get very, very cold winters as well. This is an age of extreme.
John Grant, thank you very much indeed for that.
Thank you.